Alright guys, so in this video I want to show you basics on foam rolling because it's commonly everybody's just bouncing around like doing some weird irritation to the nervous system is really what it's doing. It's really just a bunch of this. Think it's all this information back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know. It's even massages when they do it. It's a consistent, smooth kneading of the dough, so to speak. You're pushing that tissue out. So we want to like find the spots like I do here, you know, just find it. Once you get it, then you're going to kind of move and just follow that pain. You stay on top of the pain and only move to follow that pain. Stay on top of it. Then once you feel the layers start to unwind, you'll feel how the roller starts sinking in. So as I'm moving this inch or two, make sure I keep the pressure into the mat. Push really, really hard into the mat. Alright, so to touch on the last video, you got to roll just to find the pain, then stay on top of the pain. But we don't want to chase our pain. So why we start foam rolling that day, if we got back pain, we got whatever pain we have. Okay, we got low back, upper back, those are the most common ones, shoulder pain. You don't want to go right where you feel those pains. If you have upper back pain through here, your best bet is to go through the front side of the armpit and into your pecs. Most likely, you want to look at your shoulders and see if they're pitched forward. Coming forward like this is very common because we sit, stand, travel as humans today. So if your shoulders are forward, then you got your back muscles all stretched out and irritated. So simple, just take the short muscle in the front, loosen them up all through here, and the shoulder will start to drop backwards. So don't chase your pain. Low back pain is most commonly caused by hips unless you have some case of trauma. So, all right, so the first video, I'm gonna hook Ethan up and I'm gonna show with the peanut because this thing's a game changer. It really does. Yeah, there's no messing around with this thing. It just gets in and just abuses the area. I like saying abuse because, I don't know, sometimes you need to get aggressive when you're getting into pressure. You train your body to be a beast and you can sit on stuff in the gym for 30 seconds to a minute. And believe me, your muscles aren't going to give up when you foam roll. And, you know, even 30 seconds to a minute, people bouncing around like this aren't going to do anything. So I like getting this guy right on either side of my spine, hold my head, and I'll get lots of pops. Oh yeah, awesome. So that's the peanut roller, guys. That's just a basic one you can do. I went a few inches down and strip the spine a little bit and open it up. Head feels nice and loose. Alright guys, so I've been sitting like this whole time, so I'm going to finish what I'm on right here. So this is going to be my favorite one when you get into shoulder issues and you want to decompress the shoulder. So I'm going to show you how to work from the outside in. So I like to you can see how I'm in the arm, and basically, slide up here, get in that arm right where it meets my shoulder. You can see the little crease right here, and then you want to kind of get into the actual tricep there. Tricep and the arm dictates a lot of our shoulder function. The further away you get from a point that's having an issue, the more chaos it's going to create. So a tight spot out here is going to cause a lot more chaos on your shoulder than a spot that's right here. It could take a lot smaller knot and it would do the same thing that a big knot would do up here. So you see I'm sitting on this entire video, guys, and I finally got it to melt away a little bit. I'm pressing my body weight in here and barely moving back and forth to open it up. So in the last video, if you guys go back, you see that I worked into like start the decompression process on our shoulders, which is, you know, we want to go into the arms because the arms have a huge effect as far as creating a big pull on our shoulders. Getting the tricep off of there, it's the most common one that's going to come and irritate everything through the subscap into the shoulder blade, all the way through the lats, and it starts causing a lot of the major rhomboid issues, lower trap issues that we all have. I mean, it's the most common one that people have. So here, I like to just sit and get into the other side. You can see right where the bicep gets right in here in the shoulder cap, and that's where I'm on the bottom side of that, and I'm kind of rolling forward to like lift the tissue up. But I sit on here and I'm basically doing the other side for hitting the tricep to separate off the shoulder there, and now I'm doing the same thing getting into the bicep here and into the pec minor. And I'll roll up here a little bit, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll sit here for another 30 seconds to a minute. Okay guys, so I've showed you some basics and you see how I'm getting more and more forward as far as when I get into the pecs now, from hitting the tricep. Now next video I hit the bicep, so I've kind of released both sides of the arm to give a little bit more freedom to the actual shoulder itself. And then now I'm going into the major muscles that stabilize everything all around there, you know, pec minor into pec major, and then we'd get on the backside and we'd start digging into the shoulder blade and rotator cuff, getting into the rhomboids, and of course the big old lat there. But I'm just going back and forth on this, peeling the layers back. I'm really just, it's not rocket science what I do, guys. When I do the body work with my hands on Instagram and do the before and afters, or when I do this and I separate stuff with a foam roller and show you guys how to do it, I just see the lack of definition and the lines that are missing there, and I know they should be there, so I get the roller in there and then I separate out that extra tissue the body's compensated with. So it's not rocket science. Thanks for listening, guys. Alright guys, so you saw me go through pulling the bicep, tricep off of the shoulder, taking the shoulder, getting it to set back, start doing that by hitting the pec minor into the pec major. Now I'm going in through the subscap and the rotator cuff, which essentially is the muscles that sit on top of our shoulder blade. So getting in through here, you see I move back and forth just a little bit, but I like to go right to the point where it peaks out here on the shoulder blade, and you'll feel it, and I just drive that guy in. And if you notice, like when you get the shoulder blade to set in like this, all you bodybuilders and aesthetic freaks like me who just want every last % they can get out of their body, this line right here, as you dig it out, I mean, it's what really gives you that crazy taper up in there with the lat up into the arm. Also drops the rib cage down, helps us get that really, really killer V going down here. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to move down in here into the abdomen after this and the big psoas. So we've established a good shoulder kind of mobility. I didn't check it in front of you guys, but definitely I'll tell you it feels better. And I've worked down, gone through into the subscap, working some of there, right in the peak of the shoulder blade down here. And then now I'm into what helps alleviate tension off the entire obliques, rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, basically our abdominal muscles. But mainly it really starts to dig out where the psoas is. And most people who know hip pain or low back pain, they've already heard that muscle quite a bit in their life. Psoas is the one that nobody really gets to a lot of times. But this helps to get everything off of it, and do through some breakdown in the hip flexor and everything here. You can really get the psoas to relax and get your pelvis to go pretty neutral, pretty easy. It's just, adding a few to this roll and a couple other exercises. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to do my other side and then do some lower body. Hey everybody, this is my new favorite foam rolling exercise. Let's call it the Superman. Get this might take some easing into if you've never done this area before, but right up under the shoulder blade, you get right to the end of it and get right where it meets the rib cage right there. And then you just brace yourself in your lower body wherever you want to put your feet, but you just keep stretching this guy out. I'll do some different exercises on here, back, forward, stretch it out here. Some of the stuff you get some nice cracks on. Come forward. Just keep it all stretched out. It's phenomenal though. If you have shoulder pain, a lot of times it's right here. I know for me this is the golden ticket. That's why I love it so much. So I hope you guys try this. Ease into it though, guys. Brace yourself if you've never done it before. Thanks for watching. So for all my bodybuilders out here working with the forearms, if you feel like you need to train your forearms, I've never understood that. They should just blow up as you do everything else. They're managing basically all the crazy stuff we do to any other part of our upper body. So this, just full body weight, just kind of leaning on the roller, and I'm going back and forth maybe an inch or two. Just find the spots through here and then move and get to a different spot. But as you release the forearms, you'll notice, whether you're a body worker like me, a mechanic like I used to be, or just working out and you got a lot of tension in the arms, but this will make your entire arm, shoulder function, hand, wrist function, everything better, guys. So try it out.